And with family dynamics, I just mean like, is your home a home?
How to speak to old people, eh? I swear, like what do you say to old people besides how's everything?
Yeah.
I'm literally leveraging on my support system, and I think y'all have been consistent. So big ups to y'all. Y'all like them.
Oh, yeah, I think definitely that, and I think it kind of goes to show that like your family is not always like your blood family.
Hi, unravellers,
and we're back again. Do you see how we leveled up?
We've changed, guys. We're better people.
Listen, we ghosted for a little bit, but I think it was worth it because look at us.
It's getting majestic, isn't
exactly.
it?
We got a new setup. Like, we're bougie now.
The real podcasters.
Listen,
I can tell
exactly.
people watch our podcast.
Listen, and the way the consistency is about to eat. Sana. Yeah, let's just say like every single week with no fail. Like, count on it. In fact, you can join the notification gang because that's how consistent we're about to be. But anyway, I missed you, Chumim. I'm good, actually. I'm a little stressed out because I'm very disorganized and clumsy. I think like I don't want to say naturally, but like I lean more towards just like chaos and disorderliness, and it's catching up with me so bad. Yesterday, like I had so much anxiety because like I just messed up so much. Things that I had time to plan, I didn't plan for. And I ended up losing a lot of time, a lot of money, wasting other people's time also. And something that should have come out beautiful and productive just didn't work out the way it was supposed to because I didn't plan ahead of time. I wasn't punctual. So I downloaded a book about time management.
She got a book, y'all.
Yeah. And I'm convinced that if I start listening to it, because it's an audiobook, it'll somehow reset my mindset and like help me sort of learn to be on time and like more organized. And yeah, I think the girl I want to be, like she has her ducks in a row and it's about time.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Ready. Maybe we just had a bad week.
No. I know. Yeah, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
I was the problem. Hi, it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah. No. How about you, Chumyam?
I'm doing good. So update. My doctor told me no carbohydrates for the next 2 months.
And you're doing so well.
I'm starving. I am starving. Like literally, like I'll be sitting and like thinking about I'm hungry. Then I think about eating no carbs. I'm like, it's not that worth it. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be fine. No, like honestly, because also another thing about like the keto people and all of that stuff, like they make it look cute and like it's cute. But like I just don't have the time. But then I have been playing around with a lot of things. Yesterday I made the most bomb wraps. I was even like, it's time to quit my job and start a keto restaurant because like why is there none? Where are they? Or are they? If they are in Johannesburg, please let me know because I need it.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a place where you can go out and like eat no carbs. Yeah.
But like besides that, I think I am doing well. I won't lie.
Do you feel better now that you started like the new diet?
The new diet.
Yeah.
Just for context for people at home. So I'm in this entire place where like I'm trying to get better because from the last time we spoke I wasn't feeling well and all that stuff. I think mentally I'm in a better space.
Okay.
And that's just because like I've been leveraging on like like the support system. I have a support system.
Girl.
It's giving adults.
Listen.
I'm literally leveraging on my support system, and I think like y'all have been consistent. So big ups to y'all. Y'all like they've been showing up. So like y'all have been eating.
Yay us.
Yeah. I don't even want to speak about like work. Like I'm not.
Girl, you like quit your job, son. It's quit your job.
But like
we don't like them.
If we see this, people at work,
we don't like y'all.
That's not what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into today's topic because there's a lot we need to talk about.
Listen, so actually, like, there's this thing that people always say. Okay, let me not lie. This thing that I always say. I genuinely believe that, like, people are different with different people. Like myself, I am different with different people. Like who I am with my husband is not exactly who I am with you. It's not who I am with my people who I work with, and it's definitely not who I am with like my family, like my parents and extended family and all of that. And honestly, I think that's cool. Like, I think that's okay. I think it's only natural. So we thought it would be so cool to like dive into that. Like, who are we with all the different relationships that we have in our lives, and like how does that actually look like? Because y'all, I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say with that. I think as much as like you are you, but like you're not you with everybody. I think there's different like aspects of you. Like I have 7 different personalities, and depending on who you are, I'll dish you. I'll dish you the accurate one. Yeah. So, yeah. What's your take on it?
No, I'm definitely so different with so many people. I feel like I'm the definition of like, I don't know, sometimes I think it's maybe ngiyahlanya kancane. Because like the person that I am with certain people is like this bubbly, like, hi, I'm here, I'm in your face.
Listen.
And then with other people I'm really just like grand, like sharp. Like it's not that deep. And with other people I'm like so posh, and with other people I'm like so ghetto.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to like, for me it's comfortability, right?
Definitely.
Depending on like what I'm comfortable to share with you, I will share that. So I don't think it's necessarily also I'm different. I just think I have different aspects of myself that I share with different people. You know, for example, I'm not gonna go and share my entire personality with my work people. You know, obviously you compartmentalize that. You know, with people who maybe and this might be controversial, with people who are maybe like church based, you would share that part of yourself.
I think we can't help it.
Yeah.
You can't help it.
Because also you don't want to be a stumbling block for people.
Yeah, exactly.
And then with people outside, like I genuinely just am who I am. You know? Like for example, I have this I have this friend. And so this friend, we have different lifestyles, right? And so we've been speaking and talking on all of that stuff, and her partner asked me, she's like, what are your values? And I was like, what are my values? That's okay, it's interesting. I was like, I have Christian values, and we had a whole conversation about that, because like we were from 2 different backgrounds, and we were so respectful, and like but then I did share that obviously there are certain controversial things about myself.
Yeah, you're hate. Let's talk about family first, because like I think that's where we come from, right? Like that's who, like that's where we're born into. That's where we're groomed. I think that's what kind of shapes who we are to some extent, right? Like, how do you think like different family dynamics like actually affect how we turn out? And with family dynamics, I just mean like, is your home a home? Because, when you watch shows like Modern Family and all of that, they just put this picture of a mom and a dad, they married, they live in a house, and you have like your siblings together and all of that. And I'm sure there are some people who actually have that, but like, I don't know, me and you know my house. we actually went to high school together, and you would come to my house all the time. And I think it doesn't always like turn out that it's not how it looks like all the time. I'm even thinking to even like some of my cousins, and it's actually quite rare, like from where I come from, to have like a mom and a dad in a home with the kids, and that's just it. And they just have this really nice, healthy version of a family that's together. How do you think that like?
I think families have shaped who I am, right? And that's because, like, for people at home, like, my upbringing was like controversial. So I lived with a lot of people growing up, right?
Yeah.
A lot of families. And one thing I learned about a lot of families, right? You'd find that there are people who are very open with their parents, you know, they're very
Yeah.
themselves with their parents. And, you know, sometimes the parents were strict and the parents would, you know, just, you know, learn to accept the child. Then there were those kids who were more like, you know, hiding who they were and all of that stuff. And because I lived with most of these people, I learned not to share much about myself, Abo.
Okay.
So, like, I would see the dynamics, but I would not essentially get into the dynamics, right? But then I realized that it does shape who you are, right?
Yeah.
Based on how you decide it's going to shape you. Because some people have the mentality of like, I don't care, they need to accept me, you know, and that's the healthy thing, to be quite honest. Like, you know? But then there's some people who are just like, I'm not going to deal with this. Like, I'm going to show you the part you want to see of me, and then I'll be who I really am with people who accept me, right? But I don't know. What do you think about it?
I grew up mostly with like just like my mom. It was just most of our lives were just me and her until a bit later on. But I remember from when I was like really young, my mom she would work all of the time, right? And by the time I came back from school, she was leaving for work.
I remember.
Right? Yeah. So I remember there was even a time where it was literally like around high school, like all the time when I would come back from school, she would be leaving for the night shift. And so I guess like I was like alone-ish in that sense. And I guess we never really like got a chance to actually talk. So I didn't think she was interested in hearing anything. So I didn't share anything. We never had like those moments where we're like, oh, sitting together at dinner and we're talking. The only time I talked to her like was maybe if I needed something, like I need money for school or I need
CV
something.
specifically.
Exactly. Or oh, I should ask, oh, is your report out? I remember there was even a time where I threw away my report. It came out, it was so bad. And that was primary. It was so terrible. I had done so terrible that I threw it away. For some reason, clearly, she never asked about it. It's either she never asked about it or didn't follow up enough to even find out. But the fact that like I was able to like do that, yeah. So I guess like I grew up very much to myself. Like with my family, I only share what is necessary. It was just a matter of as long as udlile, usuthi, ugqokile, alright, you look alive, you look well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters. Never, how are you feeling?
Yo. How's the day?
How was your day? Maybe a bit of ufundeni namhlanje here and there. Yeah, like what did you learn at school? Yeah. That would be a good like, yeah, what did you learn at school? But like besides that, like I definitely grew up as someone who kept to myself. I think to a point where like I guess my family believed I was like kind of quiet. And I was kind of girl. I was not quiet at all. Like I was quite like a bubbly person, but because at home we just didn't have that platform to like have conversations. I would just keep to myself. So yeah, maybe they just didn't really know.
How do you show up with your family now? Do they know the real you now?
I guess I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I think they know enough because now I think I'm in a place where I'm no longer intentionally not trying to share. I think when I was young, I was really just not trying to say anything. Yeah. Now, I guess there are moments where we do have conversations. And I guess because also I'm open in the sense that like I can now be myself in front of them. I guess they do see, but like we still don't have that like the opening up culture. I cooking it, guys. Yeah. We're literally just like it's about surviving. How's work? You're working. How's the child? How's the kids? Everyone's okay. That's good enough. That's a full conversation. Yeah, how about you?
I don't know how to speak to old people, hey? I swear. Like, what do you say to old people besides, how's everything?
Yeah, how's work?
How's work and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the concept of opening up is like, it's crazy, right?
It's foreign,
because right now, like, I do have, like, you know, a family, right?
Yeah.
I consider them as my adopted parents, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like just because from young, there was that whole thing of like, you say enough not to be noticed enough, because you don't want them to realize that, okay, there's this random person living in our house, right?
Yeah.
That you don't really want to be seen.
Yeah.
So like now it's like there is that expectation, like, open up, like, what's happening and all of that stuff. And like I freeze, like I just genuinely do not know what to say.
Yeah.
So they for sure think I'm so quiet. They for sure think I have no friends.
Yeah.
They for sure think like
you just sit in your house all day, go nowhere, do nothing. That's you.
And like I don't know how to explain that. It's not really me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I noticed that lately, the more I've grown up, right?
Yeah.
Papa pops up sometimes, right? It just feels awkward though. I'm like, but I try. I try.
Yeah.
But I think that communication is something that I really struggle with. Like I can't articulate my emotions into words.
Yeah.
And so like for sure, like I'm trying to intentionally do that through ChatGPT.
Through ChatGPT,
but like, I won't lie.
Yeah.
Like people who be like, see, I feel like that's crazy to me. Like
that's crazy to me.
It's unbelievable. Like I'm in awe the fact that you can put that into words.
But it's imagine people do actually go out to their parents and be like, I feel like. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with my parents leading with I feel like.
I feel like
feel hungry, baby.
Yes, I feel hungry.
I feel hungry. Not I feel like anything. And I think that I also like sort of like affects like the kind of expectations they have.
But to your point, I feel like I would be disowned if the real me were to be known.
I mean,
that's what same, son.
Same.
Because like the thing with me is that like I think that I don't agree with so much.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with so many norms.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not also in the mood to, like, have conversations where we're disagreeing the whole time. I just agree with you. Like, I know that. And I think that's also horrible for, like, creating relations. Because I really just be like, yeah, it's cool. Meanwhile, I really just don't have the strength to be like, I really don't see where you're coming from with this one.
I think, to be honest, in my family, I think they just wouldn't care. I think they just wouldn't care.
Oh, my kids.
Yeah, my they wouldn't care in the sense that like, okay, like, why? Like, what is the reason? For what? So it's just like, what's the point?
No, me, they like, you haven't called in 2 days. It's like, I have nothing to say.
I know, like your parents are always like, open up,
yes,
be a family,
yourself. It's like, I have nothing to say. And like, no, like it's so beautiful. And I know, I assume, I think maybe I might be like that with my kids. But like, I have nothing to say.
On a strength.
Okay, so let's cool. Your family, right? They might not know you as well, right? What about the people in church? Your Christian family, do they know the real you?
No, I think something that I think is a bit off in my church. I love my church, right? I've been going there for a while. It's beautiful, but like I think one thing that we haven't yet like sort of figured out is like the community aspect. So at my church is the kind of church, at least for me, but like I see that as something that like it's a culture that's kind of there right now. After the service, everybody just runs to their cars. Everyone's just they're going home. It's a hi, bye-bye, gone, right? We don't have that thing where like people hang around and they like knowing everybody's business, unless it's like the toxic gossip that goes around in all churches where you're like, oh, Biden did something, and then you hear I'm a him. But like, I think we don't have that culture of like, oh, are you okay? How are you doing? Let me check in on you. Let's hang out after church.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we don't have that. And it's honestly something that tugs at me that I remember like a little bit I tried sort of like how do we deal with this? Because I love my church. I love the people at my church. I love my church. But like we just have not fostered that community thing. And I don't know, maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing because I know like that's just like what my husband's very intentional about that. After church he's just like, nope, let's go, we're going to the car.
I know. Especially when we're together, it's like, what are you guys still doing there?
What are you still talking about?
Yeah.
So I think that's what we have. So I genuinely don't think, definitely not like my church family, We just know we see like you're there. We show up, and the funny thing is that like I see them the most. Like every single week, I'm at church on Sunday, Wednesdays, and sometimes Friday when we have the knowledge club, right? And we pray together. And my church is not like the it's like we pray in tongues, like we pray hard. So like we pray together and like we share in the word together, especially the knowledge club. I love people who are in my knowledge club. We just like dive deep into the word and stuff. So I think unfortunately we've sort of like compatibilized things in such a way that like church is just church and we speak only church things, and
Yes.
since we're praying in tongues, nobody can hear what you're praying about. Nobody knows what you're praying about. Like we're always just like going to war, and I guess we're missing the part of like maybe hopefully exactly going to war for each other, together. And that's an aspect that's missing. So my church family definitely doesn't know me. How about you? Is it different?
Now, guys, my big... Okay, let's start with me, right? Before I go to the church. With me, my biggest problem, like I have become so professional at minding my own business.
Ooh, and you're very good at it.
Like,
just so good.
I just mind my own. Like, and I'm not even a nonchalant person. I was literally telling you this morning that people think I'm a person who likes to do things on my own, like solo dates. Like, that is not me. Like, why? If you see me in public eating alone, I was starving, okay? I needed to eat, and there was a restaurant, so I sat and ate, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's something I recognize that, okay, maybe I am a bit too, minding my own business type of person, right?
Yeah.
Unless you share with me, I'm not going to, probe. I don't know if it's like my background in psychology. And usually it's mainly when I sit down with the person, that's when I usually connect with people. I'm like, oh, you're interesting. Okay.
Okay.
But then for the church in itself, right? I think that the church... By the way, the church is my family, guys.
Yeah, I think that's also maybe that might be what's the problem.
But the church is my family. Like they have a good community, especially like the ones with the same age groups, right?
Okay.
Because my sister, the one that I say I believe in a spiritual life.
Oh yeah.
I may not believe. I believe in a spiritual life.
Yeah.
She has become such a pillar in pulling people together. You know, and she's very intentional about I'm having conversations, caring for you, praying for you, checking up. No matter what she's going through, she's there. So she's a great pillar for the church, and I know my dad also does that. Yes, I'm a pastor's kid. My dad, he also does it very intentional. My mom,
Yeah.
But another thing also is that like they have their age groups, right? So there's the mothers group, there's the youth, and there's all of that stuff, right? There's nobody who is freshly moved out, starting off in their career, single. So like I can't relate to the conversations that are being had. It's like. Yeah, so I don't even know how to start those conversations. Yeah. So even as much as there is community, there's no community where like I would feel like I could start such a conversation about like where I'm at in my life. Yeah. Also, besides the fact that I just mind my damn business.
You also, when church closed, you're like, I'm going home.
No, but like remember with me, I have choir. So like after church, I go to choir rehearsals, right? Okay. And usually because I'm the choir leader, I sort out the songs, I do this, I do that, I do this, coordinate and all of that stuff. Yeah. By the time I'm done, people are gone. So it's like church, work, leave.
And even at church, it's kind of like work because you're serving.
Exactly. And that's why I think like 2 weeks ago, I felt so tired because I feel like during the work I have week. Yeah. On the weekends, we are working. Then on Sunday it's
you're
work,
serving, it's work,
it's tiring. So like that's why minding my business so like it's like
that's how you
keeping
rest.
my resources.
Yeah.
Because next thing it'll be a thing of let's meet up. But
we ain't trying to meet up with nobody.
There's just no resources for that.
I get that. So it's essentially like I guess with us it seems as though like our families don't really know us.
Okay. So on your funeral, who are two people who, when they give their testimonies about unti, it will be the real unti, like you'll be in heaven, like facts. I agree.
Obviously, just you and my husband. Yeah, definitely. It would definitely it'll definitely only be you and my husband, and I think you. Maybe even more. Like I'm really close to with my husband. I love my husband, but I think we are different. We're different people, right? Like Obviously what's important to him is important to me solely because it's important to him, but like we're different people. I think unlike me and you, like we speak the same language even without talking, like we click, right? And because I'm so open and honest with my husband, and he knows like the deepest part of me and like all of me, like he's the only person who would know, see, like, yeah, this is who my wife is. And like you will probably even know what I was thinking when I was dying.
I don't know why you died in the first
Exactly,
place.
you know exactly how I died and the thought that was in my mind. So yeah, I think definitely that, and I think it kind of goes to show that like your family is not always like your blood family. Like, you know how especially when you grow older, I guess when you're younger, your family is like where you were born into and the environment you're raised in and stuff. But when you grow older, it's like the family you choose. Like I chose you, I chose my husband, and those are the people who that know me well. But I think thinking about it now and like where we are, which is the sense that like maybe our families don't know each other so well. I genuinely believe that family members don't need to be close, just there for each other. In my own honestly, like I don't believe if you're sisters you need to be best friends. You just have to be like supportive and there for each other. Like with my brothers, I'm not close with them,
But they know you.
but like I have their backs like 100%. Like if anything was to happen, I'd show up. Like I think that's what family is. Like we're there for each other, we protect each other, but we don't have to be friends. I think that's okay. I'm not my brother's keeper, but like I'll definitely I'll be his defender. I'll definitely defend. And I think the important thing is to just like know like I guess if they're okay, right? That occasional, like at least intentional check-in, would say like just know, would say I'm there for you. If anything happens, I'm there for you. I may not know like the ins and out of everything you're going through, because maybe you don't not feel comfortable like sharing that with me, because my brothers and I didn't grow up together. Unfortunately, the circumstances just didn't allow us, so we weren't given the opportunity to foster that relationship. But like I'm the big sister, right? Like if anything, I'm just always trying to make them know, see, like I've got you, I've got you. But that doesn't mean now I should like, because there's no relationship, then it takes away from the responsibility of being there for each other. Nah. So I think that's family for me. Family is, I may not know you, I may not like you, but I'll be there.
Yeah.
Especially when it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
What about you? Like who do you think like in your funeral would know you best and give like an accurate representation? Can name drop.
So number one, it will definitely be you. And also Shiluvane. Right? And the
He's
reason
shaking his head.
and the reason, right? And I so you would find, I don't know, the thing about Tamia and Shiluvane, it's like sometimes they're the same people anyway. So the way they describe me, right, to other people, it's like I'm meeting myself, because I'm like, facts, how have I not noticed that about myself, you know? Like Tamia would send me random things and be like, this is so you. I'm like, how do you even know that? Like the day when you sent me the reel of the guy who was on the stove cooking out of starvation about to pass. And you're like, this is so you. I'm like, how do you even know that? Because that is so me. I literally wait for dizziness and I'm like, yeah, I'm starting eating.
Oh, yeah, you're defrosting the meat.
I said defrosting the meat is so real. It is so real. You know, Oshuluvade is like, the other time he was telling someone, he's like, you know, one thing about you, like you will be going through the whole motions and nobody will know anything, right? And then how he will know Uguti, I'm going through it, is that I'll randomly be doing my makeup at like midnight or 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
and that's so true. Like, how do you even know that?
You just start, let me do my makeup.
Yes,
You're
because
so weird.
it's therapy, you know. So it's like you guys just know, really random things. Like, why is that even something that you know?
Yeah.
You know, and even on the deeper level, you guys also know things that I'm just like, you guys probably shouldn't know that. You know? I think definitely you guys would give a really good description. Also, you might just share bombshells that people be like, what? You know? Is that her? But yeah, I think also with family, right? With family, I'm beginning to learn that, yeah, it goes back to what you're saying, responsibility.
Yeah.
I think responsibility is the big thing. We do owe our family to show up for them.
100%.
You know? And I think that's something that I'm beginning to learn, because in the past I used to think that you don't actually have to. It's a decision. You can choose to or choose not to. But I think that's really taking away from the humanity of it, you know? And sometimes you don't want to. You know, there's sometimes where it's just like, we don't know each other, why must I do this? You know? But you do have a responsibility, especially if, like, you know, we're thinking of the next generation, because I think we need to role model so importantly. So there are certain things where it's just like, also me, I'm just like, but why? What's the reason? You know? But then I understand that we need to do better. You know, we need to be intentional about it. And so, and I do crave it. You know, I crave it. Like on the weekends, guys, I want people to invite me to say, come for a bride. You know, I want somebody to be like, you know, take care of my child. You know, and not maybe take care of my child, but you know, come visit the child. You know,
the family. I think the family dynamics that we grew up with, like where like you'd go visit somebody on the holiday, or there'd be somebody who's hosting something, and I think that's like more and more of that is like going away.
Yes, and we need that. We need that. We need our kids to be like, I need my kid to be like, Mama, I'm going to Aunt Tamia for the week. You know, and I must call Rex and Tamia and be like, she's coming over, and that's fine.
That's fine.
You know?
Yeah.
I truly do crave that. I truly do want to build that community. I think that's where I'm at right now. Like I think, a community is something I really want. Not that I really want, something that I have and I want to cultivate, to be intentional about it. Because I think also, I've just been in this place where everything is just focused on one space in my life. And I'm like, I don't want to focus on that anymore. Like, I want to grow my horizon. But, like, besides that, I just think family is important. As cringe as my younger self would think that is. It is important. And, you might not know me, but you know a part of me that it's not necessarily not real to me. It is real to me. And if you want to cultivate that relationship, let's do it. But also, I'm at a place also in my life where I really just want to be the real me. And I really want to be, like, I want people who will accept me. Like, because, you know, there's obviously things about you that are beautiful and things that are not nice, you know? So, like, anything that I need to like shape shift myself, like not really that much interested. But like I feel like also family should get to a point whereby we understand, we would see like, okay, Utamia is like this and like this.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna embrace her.
Exactly. I think we don't need to like each other, but we have to love each other. And the love isn't necessarily, oh, you make me feel good.
Sometimes exactly. But I'm coming to help you.
Exactly. Exactly. I think for me, I think that is family for me. Like people who like by fire, by force, I didn't choose you to be in my life, but you are in my life, and because you are in my life, like I'll take care of you.
Yeah,
it's like when you have a child. I mean, if you're like a normal human being, right? Even if you don't like the child, you're gonna feed it.
Yeah.
So even with your siblings and your parents, it's the same thing. You may not like each other, but like when push comes to shove, show up.
Yeah.
I think that's what's crucial. That's what matters, and that's like the love of Jesus.
Yeah.
I love you with the love of Christ. I think for me, when like that saying that I love you with the love of Jesus, it's not my love. I don't feel it. I don't feel it like physically, emotionally all the time.
Yeah.
But like it's there. It's constant. It's never changing. It does not depend on what you do or how you show up. It's unconditional. And that's family. That's family. Like it's unconditional no matter what like your parents do to you. Like especially with mothers, what I've realized, right? Like you always sort of like want like your mom. There's something that you just crave from your mom, even if they were never there for you, even if they beat your ass and they just don't like you. There's just like you just love them, and I think that's family. Like you love each other with the love of Christ, in the sense that like regardless of what happens, regardless of what they do or do not do, you love them.
Yeah.
you love them, and it's not a love that's physical, it's not a love that's a feeling. It's a love that is just there, and it does not change, it does not move. So I don't believe in the culture of cutting out. Like, I'm cutting off my family. And I see it a lot, I see it everywhere, and I'm sure there's good reason. You've cut off some people, Tommy.
That's a conversation for another day. But no, what have we learned today? Let's wrap it up.
I guess that family doesn't have to be friends.
That family doesn't have to be friends, but we're there for each other.
Yeah.
Okay, unravellers, we've come to the end of our episode. And I think now, in case you didn't get the memo, you are part of the family now.
Yeah.
So please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will unravel again
on the next episode.
Bye.